सान्द्रानन्दावबोधात्मकमनुपमितं कालदेशावदिभ्या निर्मुक्तं नित्यमुक्तं निगमशतसहस्रेण निर्भास्यमानम् अस्पष्टं दृष्टमात्रे पुनः उरुपुरुषार्थात्मकं ब्रह्मतत्त्वं तत्तावत् भाति साक्षात् गुरुपवनपुरे हन्त भाग्यं जनानाम् अग्रे पश्यामि तेजो निबिडतरकला यावली लोभनीयं पीयूषाप्लावितोऽहं तदुतरे दिव्यकैशोरवेशं तारुण्यारम्भरम्यं परमसुखरसास्वाद रोमाञ्चिताङ्गैः आवीतं नारदाद्यैः विलसदुपनिषत् सुन्दरी मण्डलैश्च
Gurupavanapure Hantabhagyam Jananam. Namaskaram to all the Astikas. In these Dashakams 24 and 25, Bhattatri has largely covered various topics. 1. That son of Diti and Kashyapa, despite being trained in the Shastras, resort to such mundane things, senseless things, where he wanted to win over death. And in his pursuit to avenge the death of his very antisocial brother called Hiranyaksha, he ended up doing tapasya towards Brahma, obtained boons, assuming that he had won over death, and Bhagavan went to Karya Vaikuntham, found Bhagavan missing, thought that Bhagavan was afraid of his presence and ran away somewhere. Meanwhile, it was his Patni Kayadhu's child, Prahalada, who was protected by Narada, trained by Narada. When he understood that his son was not doing the right thing as per him about Vishnu Bhakti, he threw him to the serpents, the elephants, starved him to death, pushed him from the cliff. He was protected every time. Finally, when he asked where that Bhagavan who's protecting you is, Prahalada said, Sarvatra asti sada asti Trilokhyameta Dakilam Narasimha Garbham. He struck the pillar. From that came a noise where Brahma fell from his Kamalam, listening to this noise, and that Bhagavan came as Narasimha in that Samayam called Pradosha Samayam, put him on his lap between the outside and the inside of the house by sitting on the very doorstep, used his nails, tore him open, blood was gushing, he fought all the asuras. Now, next, here comes a shloka. Tavan mamsa vapakarala vapusham ghorantra maladharam Tvam madhye sabham idharo shamushitam durvara gurvaravam abhyetum nashashaka kopi bhuvane dure sthita bhiravaha sarve sharva virinchi vasava mukha pratyeka mastoshata. So he says, Bhuvane kaha apina shashaka, no one in this world could abhyetum tvam tavat, approach you, because Bhagavan was in that fury. So Bhattatri tells Krishna, that day when you came as Narasimha, no one could approach you. Ushitam madhye sabham, you were seated in that very middle of that sabha mantapam. Mamsa vapa karala vapusham, of a body that was terrifying because of flesh and fat smeared all over. Ghorantra maladharam, wearing a frightening garland of intestines. And durvala gurvaravam idharosham, and you were giving those roars in that anger that was unabated and uncontrolled. Sharva virincha vasava mukhaha sarve. Sharva, which is Shiva. Virincha, Brahma. Vasava, which is Indra. Vasava mukhaha, Indra and the other devas sarve. Bhiravaha sthitaha dhure. So dhure, all frightened and they stood at a distance. Bhiravaha sthitaha dure astoshata pratyekam. Then, and they sang individually in praise of you. They were all doing stutis. Then what happened? Who went closer to him? Bhuyopyakshata rosha dhamni bhavati brahmajnaya balake Prahlade padayornamathyapabhaye karunya bharakulaha shantastvam karamasya murdhini samadhaha stotrairathod tasya kamadhiyopi te nithavaram lokaya chanugraham bhuyaha api bhavati. Then after that you did remain akshata rosha dhamni, uncontrolled anger, balake Prahlade apabhaye, free from fear. See, to us, a lion or a lioness may look very terrifying and we will be afraid. But for the cub, no. So when Prahlada saw Bhagavan as his very own father and mother, to us, we don't see probably. That's why we are afraid of him. Whereas this Prahlada without any fear. Apabhaye, Prahlade balake, that very little boy Prahlada, namati sati padayoho brahmajnaya. Brahma had instructed. See, Brahma, Shiva and Indra, they were confused what to do. That is when Brahma instructed. Brahmajnaya padayoho namati. They said, Brahma said, Prahlada, you go and do namaskarams. Then only his anger will come down. Tvam shantaha. The moment Brahma said, Prahlada followed. The moment Prahlada did his namanam, which is namaskaram to Bhagavan, Tvam shantaha. Oh Bhagavan, you became very, very calm. Karunya bharakulaha. And you were overcome with compassion. So he says, Karunya bharakulaha. You had that karunyam in you. Samadhaha karam asya murdhani. And then you placed your hand on his crown. That particular crown, you placed your hand on him. Atha tasya udgayataha. Then that Prahlada was extolling. So it was as if he's trying to, like how a father and mother, would embrace their children. So did Narasimha do to Prahlada. Second is like how he touched Kapola Deshi of Dhruva and Dhruvastuti came. Probably he wanted to bless the child with that great Vaidushya Purti. So Udgayataha Asya Murdhini. And listening to this, Prahlada started extolling him. Prahlada did Prahlada Stuti. Stotraihi Tena Itha Varam. So you started doing a lot of hymns. And then at that point in time, when Prahlada sang a lot of stotras on you, Tenitha Varam, you did give him a boon. What boon was it? See, first Prahlada was asked by Bhagavan, whatever boon you want, you ask my dear child. That is when Prahlada said, please give me the boon that you will forgive my father. Bhagavan, you may treat every action of my father as being very abusive, vituperative. He was very hurtful towards me. He was my father. I have forgiven. I have not taken it to heart. But you are very close to me. So you will say, oh, he has hurt you, so I will not forgive him. Please don't do that. Maranantani Vairani. Forgive him. It's okay. Forgive. Next, Bhagavan said, see, you are being very, very selfless. You ask something that will benefit your father. Ask something for yourself, my dear child. That is when Prahlada said, see, you have appeared in front of me today. What fortune I must have done. And after appearing, added to that, you're saying, Prahlada, ask for a boon. What I should have rightfully asked, I should have said, Bhagavan, seeing you is that great boon for me. So please, do forgive me. I don't want any boon. Seeing you is that prasadam. But what did I do? Shamelessly, I said, forgive my father. So thereby, I was in a way materialistic. I did ask for something. Bhagavan. Now, out of sheer mercy, you're saying, Prahlada, ask for another boon. If at all you give me the right to ask, I will ask. From now on, if at all you appear in front of me, I should never ask for anything from you. Seeing you is the biggest prasadam. Make me desire less. Api akama dhiyaha, says that boy. Cha anugraham lokaya. That time Bhagavan said, I bless you and I bless this world as well. So Narasimha has blessed this world. Then Bhattatri concludes in this Dashakam, Evam natita raudra cheshtita vibho shritapaniya bidha shrutyanta sphuta gita sarva mahiman atyanta shuddha krite tatta dringnikhilottaram punaraho kastvam puro langhayet prahlada priyahe marutpurapate sarva mayat pahimam vibho. Oh, the one who pervades everywhere, Evam Natita Raudra Cheshtita. You did enact a drama of ferocity. That anger you came. Atyanta Shuddha Krite. Being absolutely pure by nature. But you're free of anger. But you came out of that Raudra Cheshtita. Shrita Bhida Shrutyanta Sputa Gita Sarva Mahiman. Whatever I am praising you, Bhattatri says, whatever I am praising you, hey Krishna, who came as Narasimha that day, is very, very minimal. Because Shri Tapaniya Bida, there is an Upanishad called Shri Narasimha Tapini Upanishad. So, Narasimha Tapani Upanishad has praised you. Tapaniya Rahasyanam Sarah Kamasi Kaharihi. Swami Vedanta Deshika, a great Acharya of the 13th century, says, Shrutinam Uttaram Bhagam Vegavatyascha Dakshinam Kamat Adhiva Sanjiyat Kaschit Adbhuta Kesari Tapana Indu Agni Nayanaha Tapan Apachinotunaha Tapaniya Rahasyanam Sarah Kamasi Kaharihi Akantham Adipurusham Kanthiravam Uparikunthitaratim Vegopakantha Sangat Vimukta Vaikuntha Bahumati Upase Tapaniya Rahasyanam. The one whose beauty and greatness is found in Tapaniya Rahasyam, which is Narasimha Tapani Upanishad. Bhattatri also says, Shri Tapaniya Bhida Shrutyanta Sphuta Gita Sarva Mahiman. You've been praised throughout the Narasimha Tapani Upanishad. Now the beauty is, Narasimha Tapani Upanishad in every mantra talks about one particular word which is extremely important in Bijaksharam. Ugram. Next will be Viram. Next will be Mahavishnu. Next is Sarvato Mukham. Put all this together, you get the very famous mantra which many bhaktas recite. Ugram, Viram, Mahavishnu, Jvalantam, Sarvato Mukham, Nrisimham, Bhishanam. It goes on. So this mantra is found in Tapaniya Rahasyanam. That Tapani praises you. Punaha, Kaha, Paraha, Langhayet Tvam. Who else can surpass you, Bhagavan? This Nrisimha Avataram is so great. There, Tattadring Nikhilottaram Aho, which is incomparable. I can't see an equivalent of this in this world. Aho. Bhattatri keeps on telling Aho, alas, what a wow moment for me. Hey Marutpurapate, the one that day who came and blessed Prahalada as Narasimha, emerging from the pillar, is the same one who is standing in front of me as Krishna and Guruvayur. Marutpurapate, hey Prahalada Priya. You know, the Bhagavan of Ahobilam, a kshetram in Andhra, is called Prahalada Varada. He says, why should my name alone be kept by my devotees? I will take my devotee's name and keep it for myself. Prahalada Varada. Hey Prahalada Priya, Pahimam Sarva Mayat. The only request that I have towards you, Hey Nrisimha, Hey Krishna who came as Nrisimha, Hey Prahalada Priya, I just have one request. Pahimam Sarva Mayat. Please remove my ailments. Let my ailments go away. So Bhattatri's prayer has been throughout to remove his ailment, because people who read this, their ailments should also go. So Nrisimha Avataram is a beautiful ghattam in the very Narayaneeyam. And in Kerala, there are two places that I can think of. One is very close to Kochi, Ernakulam, Thuravur. That is a kshetram where you'll find two temples adjacent to each other, one of Nrisimha, the other of Sudarshana, his Ayudham. And if you go to the very capital of Kerala called Thiruvananthapuram, Britishers called it Trivandrum. In that particular kshetram of Anantapadmanabha Swami, before you enter, you find Narasimha, Ugra Narasimha there, for whom the recitation of Sundarakandam will be carried out. So this Narasimha Avataram has taken us through the journey, a momentous journey of a great Bhagavatottama called as Prahalada. Now we have discussed Prahalada. Who's the next devotee? Next episode.
कल्याणरूपाय कलौ जनानां कल्याणदात्रे करुणासुधाब्दे कंवादिदिव्यायुधसत्कराय वातालयाधीश नमो नमस्ते। नारायण 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 നാരായണ 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 നാരായണ